In 2025, the American passport doesn't open doors like it used to. From visa crackdowns to surprise rejections, US travelers are hitting walls. Let's look at 7 countries where the welcome is wearing thin. Like and subscribe, let's dive in. Number 1. Brazil. For more than 10 years, Americans could visit Brazil without worrying about visas. Want to fly to Rio or explore the Amazon? Just pack your bags and go. That changed on April 10, 2025. Now, US travelers must apply for a visa in advance, pay a fee, and wait for approval. This move is officially about fairness. Brazil says they're simply doing what the US does to Brazilians, requiring visas. But locals have a different view. Many people in Brazil feel like it's about time. They've watched Americans get easy access while they face long delays trying to enter the US. Now they say the playing field is finally even, but travelers are struggling. Some showed up at the airport without knowing about the new rule, and got turned away. Others canceled trips because of the hassle. Tour companies and airlines have seen a jump in confusion and frustration. So while Brazil still wants tourists, especially for its economy, it's no longer rolling out the red carpet for Americans. Now you're just another visitor, not a VIP. Number 2, Spain. Spain has always been a top choice for Americans looking for a relaxed, scenic, and cultural experience. From the beaches of Barcelona to the cafes of Madrid, it felt like everyone was welcome. But in 2025, that welcome is becoming less warm. If you're visiting for a short trip, things haven't changed much. But for Americans hoping to live, retire, or work remotely in Spain, the process is getting much harder. Let's talk about the non-lucrative visa, the one many Americans use to stay long-term. In the last year, visa rejections have gone up by 40%. The reason? The requirements are now tougher than ever. Spain now asks applicants to prove they have 60,000 euros in savings, which is nearly double what it used to be. Why the change? Spanish cities like Valencia are struggling with rising rents, and locals are protesting that too many wealthy foreigners are driving up the cost of living. They don't say it's aimed at Americans, but the term rich foreigners is becoming more common in the news. Spain is still friendly, but that friendliness now comes with a clipboard, a checklist, and a question. Do you really belong here? Number 3, South Korea. South Korea is known for high-tech cities, K-pop, and a mix of ancient tradition and modern life. For years, Americans could fly in with just a passport. Not anymore. Now you must get KETA approval, a special electronic travel authorization, before your flight. And this system doesn't always say yes. Over 22,000 Americans were denied KETA approval recently. Some were rejected for things as simple as a blurry passport photo or forgetting to list a hotel booking. Others were just told no, with no clear reason. Even if you've been to South Korea before, you're not guaranteed entry. Some travelers found out they were denied just days before flying, or were stopped at the gate. This isn't about safety concerns or criminal records, it's about South Korea becoming more selective. Locals say it's not anti-American, it's about protecting their culture and resources. They want visitors, but only those who follow the rules and respect the space. The red carpet is still there, but only if you pass the pre-check. Number 4, Japan. Japan has always been respected by travelers for its order, safety, and deep cultural values. Americans especially love the calm, respectful atmosphere. But in 2025, something has changed. There's no big headline, no new visa rule, but American travelers are noticing longer lines, more questions at immigration, and in some cases, being turned away, even with the correct paperwork. Immigration lawyers in Japan say more Americans are being flagged, especially those with frequent visits or, vague travel plans. There's also been a rise in rejections for digital nomads and remote workers. Then came a moment that caught national attention. An American tourist was arrested for vandalizing a sacred shrine. That single act sparked national conversations about how foreigners behave in Japan. The public isn't angry at all Americans, but they are growing more protective of their traditions. And Americans who once felt like guests of honor now say they feel like unwelcome guests. Japan's not saying no out loud, but the message is still clear: respect the culture or face the consequences. Number 5, Indonesia. Bali, Indonesia used to be a dream for many Americans. Cheap, beautiful, and full of beaches, it became a haven for remote workers and free spirits. But in 2025, Indonesia is saying, enough. The country has started deporting hundreds of Americans, and not just for major crimes. Many were sent home for overstaying their tourist visas by just a few days or weeks, and it gets more intense. Officials now use social media to track foreigners. Post a TikTok video saying you're working from paradise without the right visa? You might get flagged. Some digital nomads were kicked out because their posts showed them running online businesses while on a tourist visa. Local people aren't angry at all tourists. They're angry at entitlement, loud behavior, disrespect, and rent prices going up because of too many long-term foreign visitors. Indonesia still welcomes travelers, but only if they follow the rules. There are no second chances. If you break the law, even by accident, the government may not give you a warning. Just a one-way ticket back. Number 6. Turkey. Turkey is where East meets West, a place full of history, culture, and beauty. It's long been a favorite for Americans looking for something different. But in 2025, the atmosphere is more serious. Americans still don't need a visa for short visits. But once you arrive, things feel different. There are more police checkpoints, tighter security, and a strong focus on what people are saying and posting online. Some American visitors have even been questioned or detained over social media posts, especially if the content touches on politics or religion. Human rights groups have warned that Turkey is becoming more controlling. Government officials are talking more about foreign influence and the need to protect national values. They aren't targeting Americans directly, but Americans are feeling the pressure. The days of flying under the radar are over. Turkey may let you in, but they're definitely watching. Number 7. Argentina. Argentina used to be one of the easiest places for Americans to visit in South America. No visa needed, affordable costs, and a lively culture. That changed in 2025. Now Americans must get a visa before traveling. The reason? Argentina says it's about reciprocity. Since the US still makes Argentinians apply for visas, they're doing the same in return. But there's more going on. Argentina is dealing with economic problems, high inflation, and public frustration. Government officials are being more protective of their own citizens and are tightening rules for foreigners. Many Americans who used to visit often say the vibe has shifted. People are still kind and welcoming, but the process has more roadblocks. Longer waits, new forms, and sudden rejections. Argentina isn't saying go away, but they are saying, you're not special anymore. This list isn't just about visas and paperwork, it's about a global change in how Americans are seen. For decades, a US passport was a golden key. People assumed it meant quick entry, good treatment, and easy movement. In 2025, that assumption is breaking down. Some countries are changing their laws, others are changing their tone, but they're all asking the same question: should Americans still get special treatment? It doesn't mean Americans aren't welcome, but now, the welcome comes with rules. With checks, with boundaries. If you're planning to travel abroad this year, take this as a reminder. Don't just pack your bags, do your research. Don't assume you'll be treated like a VIP, earn your welcome. And most of all, travel with respect for the people and places you visit. Thanks for watching. If you want to know which countries still greet Americans with open arms in 2025, we've got that video coming next. Hit subscribe, share this video with a friend, and remember, every journey starts with how you carry yourself.